My journey through this, the one that I do right now, yeah, it started with my youngest child calling me jobless. Cheers for the good life means we already live in it, okay? We're trying to build a good life.
What is
Yeah,
the
yeah,
actual relationship between money and a good life?
Okay.
Yeah.
This is very interesting question. Thank you so much for bringing us into this table.
Hey, welcome back to the show. Today we're exploring a question that sounds simple on the surface but takes a lifetime to unpack. What does it actually mean to live a good life? My guest today is Kirana Sidin. She is an author, strategic life coach, and the voice behind the book Cheers for a Good Life. But her path into this work didn't start in an executive boardroom or a fancy seminar. It started at home with a quiet wake up call from her youngest child. Kirana, welcome to the show.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Vadim. Thank you so much for
Hi.
having me. I can't wait to have the meaningful conversation in your podcast.
Yeah. Okay, we can start right now. And the first question, Kirana, you shared that your transition into this work was triggered when your youngest child called you jobless, right?
Yes, that's
Uh,
correct.
can you take us back to that moment? What did that trigger inside of you?
Okay.
And how did it move you from just drifting through a comfortable life to
Yes.
intentional living?
Yeah, okay. Thank you so much for your thoughtful question. Yeah, this is something that I want to tell because this is feels so natural and daily. Yes. So
Right.
my journey through this, the one that I do right now, yeah, it started with my youngest child calling me jobless. So one day in
Jobless.
the in the dinner, suddenly in the middle of dinner, we were getting as a family doing dinner, and then suddenly, Mom, you're so jobless. Okay, like okay, and then we laugh, we laughing, of course, together we laugh, but the
May I
comments
ask you
stay with me.
how many kids do you have?
I have 5 kids, Vadim.
5. And this
Yeah,
is the
5.
youngest one.
This
Is
is
it
the
a boy?
youngest one. Yeah, he's a boy, and probably he's only like 7 years old at the time.
Okay.
And then suddenly, but I know that he is very criticisms as a person, even though he is still young. Yeah, but yeah, and then suddenly he told me that, Mom, you're so jobless. Yeah, probably because he didn't see me like going to office like 9 to 5, correct? And then probably he just
Right.
saw me stay at home, but probably he don't know what I'm doing. Probably even though that at the time I'm helping with my husband work, but still, he didn't know about it. So yes,
Right.
but he I think even though it's brutal, it's brutal from the
Oh, yeah.
7 years
Yeah.
old
Yeah.
kid,
I
but
agree.
but it's honest too, okay.
Yeah,
And
it's
I
always honest
think
from kid. It's always like so cute and
yeah
honest, right?
it's honest. And then he got the point. He got the point because even why I'm saying he got the point, because even though I feel that my life genuinely happy at the time, I'm not pretend I don't want to pretend I'm not happy. Indeed, I'm happy, but the truth is, I do not really truly build what's mine, the life that truly mine at that time. So we can say that I'm a little bit drifting, probably not little bit. Yeah, I'm drifting. Yeah, if I want to be honest, I'm drifting for myself. And then that harmful comment from my son is just like a wake up call to me.
It's
Okay,
like wake
it's
up.
wake up
Yeah.
call. Yes, wake up call. That he got the point. This is instead of I just stay there, doing nothing with the comment, and then I try to reflect again. Yeah, what caused me like this. Okay, what caused me like this? Yeah, there's not a mistake. It's just like a phase of my life. Okay, that I have to focus first with my family. Okay, I have to focus first with my role as a mom, as a wife. Okay, that's
Right.
I don't yeah, I don't want to like blaming it to someone or to a situation. No, the one that I have to blame is me, if I want to say that. Okay, okay, so
Right.
I do not like, yeah, because I do not like look deeper to myself at that time. Okay, so when my son told me that, yeah, I have to dig deeper again. I have to reflect, and then I started small.
Mhm.
I started with one thing that I really love. Yeah, that I really love,
Mhm.
actually, since the elementary school and then junior school, high school, and then so on. Yeah, it started with a reading. Okay, I love reading. Yeah, and then because of reading, I try to read every day, 1 hour every morning,
Mhm.
after the kids has gone to school, after the breakfast already done, after I pack the lunchbox for my kids, and then I sit, yeah, I sit with my book and a cup of coffee made by my husband, and then I read. Yeah, just me, my coffee, and
Yeah.
tons of book.
And a
Yeah,
book. Yeah.
yeah, 1 hour a day. I try to always come back to that tiny daily habit. Yeah, even though sometimes, yeah, in the other day I feel like, oh my god, I'm so, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. Like, this is so exhausting. It's like kind of feeling. Like, yeah, feeling
Yeah.
like that. I don't want to do this. Yeah, maybe I just want to go to malls, just go having coffee in the cafe with my friend. Okay, and then like probably I just want to watch Netflix. But yeah, I still come back. There's like not single
So,
day that, yeah.
and how did that simple daily habit
Mm-hmm,
evolve
mm-hmm.
in hundreds of blog posts and eventually a full framework for pretty much
Yeah.
for living?
Okay,
Like
okay. Yeah, because
how
of
it
the reading,
transitioned?
yeah. Yes, yes.
Mhm.
Because of the reading, I have time to reflect more, to examining my assumption to something, okay, to shape the way I think. Yeah, because the reading of the book that I read, yeah, it's like a niche. Yeah, I always read like nonfiction, self help or personal growth or business or philosophy, something like that. I do not like at that time. I do not choose fiction because, yeah, I've done enough. Yeah, I've done enough with that fiction book when I'm still elementary, junior
Right.
high school, or in the college. Yeah, I've done enough. But yeah, and then I have to be specific. Yeah, to find the book that really improve myself. Okay, so I choose that genre, nonfiction, self-help, personal growth, business. Yeah, what like that. Yeah, so because of that reading, yeah, because of that reading, I feel like I can more reflect again to my assumption, to my question, of life, to yeah, to so that the reading really shape of what I think about something, and then it's eventually uh become the way of thinking about a good life, intentional
Right.
living. Yeah, that's the idea about why, yeah, the reading, yeah, only 1 hour a day makes me like the way I am
Yeah.
today. Yeah,
They were
that's funny. Yeah,
you are today, yeah.
yeah.
And yeah, on your website, I've seen
Mm,
a sample of your book. I read a little bit, and
mm-hmm.
a quick question from about your book from your book. Um,
Okay.
in your book introduction, you mentioned making a deliberate choice to name it "Cheers for a Good Life" rather than
Mm-hmm.
"Cheers to a Good Life."
Yes.
Why was that single word "for" so important to you, and what does it change about how we view our daily lives?
Yeah.
Why
I yeah, yeah,
for?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand your question. It's like something, cheers to a good life or cheers for a good life, okay, like four or two, yeah. So yeah, but yeah, I want to emphasize that cheers for the good life means we already live in it. Okay, we're
Hmm.
trying to build a good life. that a life that we want to build instead of just want to achieve, like instead of we
Yeah.
want to to toast over the life that we want to achieve a good life, but eventually four is like we're already living it. Okay, we're like now we're building a good life. That's
Yeah. So we're
that's
building instead of
why.
we chasing and yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
instead we're already in it by choosing only a small daily habit, or probably a daily choice, or daily tiny decision. You probably you don't know, like you are not sure, or maybe you are not like, okay, oh, so this is how I build a good life. Yeah, you maybe probably you yeah, you don't know for sure, but yeah, that's the way you build a good life. Yeah,
Right. Right. Right.
that's Vadim. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Understood. Got it.
yeah,
Okay. Also, we often confuse being happy in a single moment with actually having a good life.
hmm
How do
hmm
you define the ancient
yeah,
Greek concept of what it calls eudaimonia?
yeah,
And
Eudaimonia, correct.
why can someone have a good life even on days when they feel sad or
Yeah,
face like setbacks?
yes. Okay,
Yeah.
Vadim, can I ask you a simple question? This is a very simple question.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, okay. If you have to choose, yeah, if you have to choose, which one you choose, yeah, loving in a bicycle or crying in a luxury car?
Oh, I heard the question
Yeah.
before.
Because yeah,
I don't
this is
know,
like
probably.
a intermediate like bridge.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't
So
know,
you see
probably be
this in the
happy on the
real, right?
probably be happy on a bicycle. I don't know because
Yeah. I've seen this. You already seen it in the Instagram reels. Yeah, showing that the
yeah, something like
footage
that.
of
Yeah.
yeah. Like this kind of question. Yeah, this is interesting for me. Yeah, because and then the majority will answer. Living in the luxury car. Yeah, it's clever, right? Because there's no option of living in a luxury car. The only option is crying in a bicycle, or laughing in the bicycle, or crying
Or
in the
crying in a
luxury car. But
yeah.
majority answer loving in the luxury car. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
clever, right?
yeah.
Yeah, it's clever. So
Makes
what
sense,
does
of
it mean?
course.
Yeah, it does make sense. It does make sense. Who don't want to get a happiness and then also luxury car in the same time, right? So yeah, so
Or
basically
cry
it
from
tells.
happiness. It's also an option.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're correct. So
Yeah.
basically it tells us something, Vadim, like loving means happiness, correct? And then luxury car, yeah, probably, yeah,
Yeah.
people will assume that it's like happy too. But here's the point.
Right.
Happiness is not the same a good life. Yeah, it's not the same a
Uh-huh.
good life. Happiness is just a temporary moment. You know, uh, say like this. Yeah, say like this. We meet our friend. Yeah, long lost friend. Okay, we haven't
Uh-huh.
seen them for years, for decade, and suddenly we bump into him or into her in the street, and then, oh my God, how are you? Yeah, and then we agree to have a chit chat and in the our favorite cafe, and then yeah, and then we feel truly happy at the time, of course, and then but if we fail to manage to maintain the friendship again, and then eventually lose him or her again, yeah, the happiness will fade, correct? Yeah, but yeah, that's happiness. So it's a only temporary feeling, not a permanent feeling.
That's correct. Yeah.
It's different. Yeah, it's different from a good life. Yeah. Well,
Mhm.
and then the Greek has words for this. Yeah, the one that you said before. It's eudaimonia. Okay, it
Yes.
means like human flourishing. Okay, it's more like people call it happiness, but it's not the same. Yeah, it's not the same.
Yeah.
It's more like a life
It's like a lifelong state of deep well-being, right?
Yeah,
Like
sure. Yeah, it's like
personal
it's
growth. Yeah.
yeah, it's a
Morally
whole.
good life. Yeah.
Yes, it's a whole quality of life, It's a
Yeah.
whole quality of life. Yeah, you knowing that you're building the life, or you're following the life what truly yours, okay? What truly matters for you. What the life that align. with all your value. That's a good life. So even though, yeah, probably we feel sad, okay? Even though we're like grieving into something, probably we're losing someone that we love, or probably we're like losing our job, or anything, yeah, anything that will
Yeah,
feel us
yeah,
make more like, yeah, feel sad or grieving or anything. But
that's right.
knowing that we live the life that truly we choose that life over the other thing, it's still a good life, okay? And then the feeling, yeah, the feel more calm. We can feel like we're more calming to live the life that we built, okay? Because knowing that it's aligned with our value, it's the life that we want to build. It's like the life, yeah, that truly important for us and truly matters. That's the distinction between a happiness and a good life. Uh, uh, the best with the eudaimonia, the Greek
Yeah,
words.
yeah,
That's what. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Also, in your book, you
Mhm.
sharing with readers that terrifying story about flight from Kuala Lumpur, I guess it was,
Hmm. Yes, yes,
where
yes,
the
yes.
plane suddenly dropped, making you face your own mortality in real time. So,
Yeah,
how did that near-death experience change how you practice that memento mori and say no to non-essential things on
yeah.
on ordinary Tuesday morning, let's say.
Yeah. First, I want to
Yeah.
say thank you, Fadim. You really read my book. Yeah, thank you so
Yeah,
much. Yeah,
yeah, I
that's
read a
like in
little bit.
the
Yeah,
first
yeah.
chapter.
Wanted to
Remember
know.
that you
Well,
will. Yeah, thank you so much to pay attention for it. Yeah, that's from the first chapter. If I'm not wrong, remember that you will die. So, yeah. So that very instant experience is only last maybe not until 5 minutes. Yeah, I forgot. But yeah,
mhm,
before that accident, I always assume that because of I already living a good life, I I always like obey my God's order, and then I try to live the life that, yeah, feels so, good, yeah, good, yeah, for
mhm.
for me or for the others, yeah. And then, uh, like it's arrogant. It's like an arrogant is an assumption that the death is still far away from me. Something
Right.
like that. Yeah, something like that. This is arrogant assumption because of
Mhm.
that. Okay, so when so when the experience came to me, and then it feels like very there that near experience for me because it's very, like the turbulence is so real. It's like
Yeah, yeah. So
wong.
it's real,
So yeah,
right?
you
There's
yeah, yeah,
nowhere to go.
something.
Yeah.
Hopefully you don't have to experience that, Fadim. No, I don't want to. You don't experience that. But yeah, but that's kind of experience. Yeah. Make me like truly reflect. Yeah, yeah. Remember that you will die. Memento mori. Yeah,
Yeah.
the the
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Greek
Memento
the
mori. Yeah.
Greek words about it. Say memento mori. Remember that you will die. And then because of that, yeah, because of that experience, I feel that, yeah, our time is limited indeed. Yeah, our time is very limited in this world. So we don't know when when our God is calling us
Yeah.
to be with
Yeah.
yeah,
Nobody
to be with
knows.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, nobody knows, right? Because I before that experience, yeah, I feel like the death is so very very far away from me. This is not time. But yeah, that experience really taught me something. Yes, we have to remember that we will die. Memento
Yeah.
mori. So
Yeah.
not started from that experience. Yeah, I already tried to start it before. Yeah, I tried to living my life like more intentional. Okay.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, what kind of life that I want really to build. Okay. uh how do I like push my attention to, yeah, to
Yeah.
what kind
Right.
of person, yeah, to what kind of time, to what kind of occasion. Yeah, so based on that experience, I try to really intentional of what I'm choosing every day. Okay, I'm not saying that I'm overthinking overthink about it, yeah.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
No, but yeah, but I have to really pay attention, pause for a while, and choose something that really align with my value, and then also, yeah, something that I consciously chose, not just by default, okay? Not just by other expectation, or not just like this is good for the others, yeah, if I choose this. No, I don't want to choose something like this. I have to choose what truly mine, and also, yeah, what truly matters for me. Yeah, so that experience tells me a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for such
Yeah.
comprehensive, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
explanation. Nice,
Thank you.
nice, good. Next question. So we live in a culture that constantly demands more,
Mm,
like more
yes.
output, more income, more achievements. How do you use the philosophy of Stoicism to figure out what enough actually looks like? Where is that red line when it's enough? Like, how do you manage that?
Yeah. When I have to say enough means that I don't want to choose something that over my capacity, okay?
Mhm.
Yeah, over my most over like a more not aligned with my value, yeah. And then like this is not matters to me, this is not important to me, and this is also not get the benefit, yeah, from me as well, like this is not bring benefit to the others, to the person that I love too. So I have to say that this is enough, yeah. If I think that okay, this is the limitation, yeah, this is the limitation that I have to bring to my life, uh because this is not uh this is more like truly matters for me, yeah. This is the limitation. But if it's not aligned with all the focus of the value, I will let it slide. No, that is not mine. I just simply say that is not mine. Okay, even though probably it feels like tempting. Okay,
Yeah, yeah,
probably
tempting.
because even though it feels like I think it's good, but once again, yeah, if it's not like, no, I think this is not mine. No, I think this is not matters to me. I think this is not important to me. I think this is
Yeah,
not
not
will not that
not
is not
something
bring.
essential. Yeah.
Yeah, this is nothing not essential. This is not something that will bring benefit for me or for the others
Hmm.
that I love. Yeah,
Yeah,
I will let it slide. So okay, this is enough. No need again. That's the practice that I trying to build, to say that this is enough or not.
sounds good. Sounds good. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I actually agree with this. Yeah. So before
Mm-hmm.
getting something or buying, or you have to kind of have this a few questions. Do I need it?
Mm-hmm.
Can I live without it, or something, or
Mm.
like that? Right?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yep.
I agree. I agree. Yes.
Yeah. 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 So also, I decided to name this episode "Money, Purpose, and the Art of Living Well." Is
Okay.
the name I decided to give it. And in modern society, money
Yes.
is usually pushed as the ultimate scoreboard.
Yeah.
What is
Yeah.
the
Yes. Yes.
actual relationship between money and a good life?
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
This is very interesting question. Thank you so much for bringing us into this table.
yeah,
Okay, because the money is something that, yeah, I really like to write also in my book. Also, there's so many about money, yeah, yeah, and
uh-huh,
then this is something that I like to talk about also. Like, yeah, this is I think the misunderstood about money, yeah, in this daily in this modern life. I think money is one of the most misunderstood pieces of this whole conversation about a good life, mostly because we've been taught to think about it as either everything or nothing. Okay,
uh-huh,
like
yeah,
either is the thing that will finally fix everything once we have enough of it, or it dismiss entirely. Money doesn't buy happiness, you know, that phrase,
yeah,
okay, that, yeah,
exactly.
as if it doesn't matter at all. But yeah, the truth is, it matter, okay? So, but but of those are wrong, and I think the honest answer is more specific than either. Okay, money is real. Okay, yeah, it's
Yeah.
real. You can say that. We cannot
Oh yeah.
pretend
Oh
it's
yeah.
not real. Yeah, okay. It removes real problems, correct? In this life, okay. It buys us time, the ability to walk away from something that isn't working, the ability to say no without it costing us our rent. Okay,
Right.
and then I'm not going to sit here and pretend that's not none of that is true. Okay, because pretending money doesn't matter is its own kind of uh wait. I think like, yeah, okay. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that's not true, because like that's if we like pretending money isn't on kind of design pretending money doesn't matter, yeah, it's own kind of dishonesty. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
usually, yeah,
Absolutely.
usually from people who already have enough of it. Okay, so
Yeah.
it's
Then they
like
say,
this
"Oh,
kind of,
money, it's actually
yeah.
not important." Yeah.
But you have so much money, right? But it's like, oh, it's like
Right.
kind of dishonesty. So but where it gets interesting. Okay, money is an outcome. It's not a foundation. It can fund a good life, indeed, yes. It it can, but it can never build one a good life. Now, what I mean about this, like, if our self-respect depends on our bank balance, we'll never actually have self-respect, correct? Yeah. And then like we only have a number that can go up or down and take our sense of worth with it. Yes. And then like, if our
Right.
relationship, yeah, if our relationship are finance rather than felt, they're not actually uh meaningful relationship, correct? And then
Right.
like,
Right.
they're like more like arrangements. Yeah, they're more like arrangement. And then if our purpose is just accumulating more, that's not a purpose too. It's like it's like a habit that never resolve, right? Then
Right.
because there's no amount of money that satisfied a hunger that was never really about money in the first place. Nah, I've talked to people who have plenty of it and still feel the exact disconnection I write about. Yeah, successful, comfortable, capable of buying almost anything they want, and to be honest, still quietly wondering, okay, if the life they're built is actually theirs. So many people like this. That's not a contradiction, I think, yeah.
Hmm.
That's the whole point, okay? Money indeed can solve money problems. It was never going to solve the problem of not recognizing ourselves in our own life, yeah?
Yeah.
But but that's where the more interesting question begin. What is enough for you? Okay, because if we define uh enough, more will always feel necessary. Okay, like,
Hmm.
what? And then the next question, yeah, what do we actually want to be free to do? Okay, like, because money gives us option, but option are meaningless if we don't know what we value. Ok- Okay, like,
Yep.
and then
Yeah. I agree.
the next question is like, yeah, and then like, what are you willing to trade for more of it? Okay, like, because earning more can sometimes cost us the very things you were hoping the money would give us, which is
Hmm.
time, relationship, health, or peace. Okay? And then, yeah, there's a lifestyle inflation, the subtle way that more quietly, because, yeah, the new baseline until what once felt abundant suddenly felt ordinary. That's the very trap, okay? Okay, and there's also the difference between security and status. Okay, when wanting enough money to feel safe is very different from needing more money to prove that you're successful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That, and perhaps the most uncomfortable question of all. what is money costing you beyond the money itself? Because sometimes the most expensive thing we're paying with isn't money, it's our time. Okay.
Yeah,
And then,
we're exchanging time for money,
yeah,
time with
yes, yes,
family.
correct. Yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, and yes, yes. And time is the one currency we don't get back. Okay. And
Yep.
then, so yeah, so I don't think the question is simply, does money buy happiness? Okay. That's so simplistic. Okay. I think the better question is like, am I using the money I have to intentionally build a life actually value?
Mm-hmm.
Or yes, or am I simply using it to make the absence of the life more comfortable? Okay, that's the question, bigger question. Yeah, because yeah, money can give us a bigger house, it can give us more choices, it can give us breathing room, okay, but it cannot tell us what kind of life is worth choosing. So, in the short words, yeah, I put this way: money is a tool. Okay, correct? And like any tool, it's only as good as what you're building with it. Yeah, what you're
Yeah.
making of it. Okay, it can
In
build
what
the
way you're using
container.
it, right? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it can build the container. Okay, the house, the freedom, the option, but it cannot build what goes inside that container. Yeah, and then like
Correct.
self-respect, yes, like self-respect, purpose, meaningful relationship, and growth. None of those are for sale. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, and none. Oh, yeah, and none of them show up automatically just because the money did. That to me, Vadim, the relationship between money and a good life, it's not the enemy of a good life,
Mm-hmm.
no, and it's not the answer to it either. But it's the resource you've got to build with. Okay, and the building still has to be done by you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Totally agree. Totally agree. Yeah.
yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. So, people often search for a purpose,
Hmm.
as it is a hidden treasure buried somewhere far, far away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you
Yes.
write a lot about finding purpose in the ordinary. How do we spot purpose in day-to-day life rather than chasing external validation like nowadays, likes, followers? How do we find
Yes.
that within our like day-to-day life?
Yes. 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 Yeah, I think the search for purpose gets harder than it needs to be because we've been sold the wrong picture of what looks it like. Okay, like
Yep. Yeah.
we imagine it is something we find. Okay, like a calling, a mission probably, or a single sentence that explain your whole life. Okay, and when it doesn't, if and when it doesn't arrive like that, we conclude that we simply haven't found ours yet. Okay, yeah, because of that bigger imagination of the purpose. So I don't think that's how purpose actually works. No, it's not purpose actually works. I think purpose isn't a discovery, it's closer to attention. For
Mhm.
me, yeah, it's closer to attention. It's a noticing again and again what actually feels alive to us versus what just feels like noise we're responding to. Okay, like,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
yeah, and in a world this loud, noisy, okay, yeah, I know that's genuinely hard, okay, because noise and purpose can look very similar from the outside, okay, like for this, yeah, being busy can look like we having a direction, okay, like being needed, can look like mattering to someone, okay, responding to everyone, uh, as responding to everyone request can look productive, okay, that's different, that's noise, yeah, kan? But none of that tells us whether we're moving towards something that's actually ours or simply moving because something we asked to, right? And then, so if someone asks me directly, yeah, how do I find my purpose? And then I wouldn't start with a big question like, what is my purpose? No, I won't start with that bigger question. Probably I start much smaller, like, what parts of your ordinary week would you protect even if no one is watching? Something
Yeah.
smaller like that. What would you do if it earned you nothing? Okay. And then which conversation leave you feeling more like yourself rather than less? Okay. Like, or what do you keep coming back to think about even when
Yeah.
nothing is demanding our attention? And then if those are clues, actually, yeah, those are clues. And then purpose tends to leave a trail in things we choose anyway, not necessarily the things we were told to want. Okay, and I think purpose is quieter than people expect. Okay, it rarely arrive as a lightning bolt. No, it's not. It's rarely like whoa, like like a
Yeah. Yeah.
lightning bolt. Yeah, yeah. But sometimes it's so up as a pull of us keep ignoring in favor
Mhm.
of whatever is louder than they, the inbox, the scroll, the next obligation, something like that. So I don't think most people are necessarily missing a purpose. No, they are missing the stillness required to hear it.
Mhm.
That's the distinction, yeah. And that's the
Yeah.
real cause, yeah. And that's the real cause of a noisy world, the world that we live right now, Vadim. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
not that, not
Distracting.
that.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Not that it prevents purpose from existing, but that it can drown out our ability to notice it. So, yes, so finding purpose in a world like this isn't really about searching harder, okay? But it's about getting quiet enough, often enough to notice what you keep circling back to, okay? And then having the courage to build
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
your days around it instead of around whatever happens to the loudest. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the purpose for me
Oh.
in the very noisy world today.
Yeah. Understood. Understood. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Totally agree. Yeah.
thank
And
you.
Kirana, when life feels uncertain or
Hmm.
overwhelming, our decision-making ability usually takes a hit. What is your framework for making grounded decision when you cannot predict the outcome during the hard times? Like,
Okay, okay. I think the first thing we have to accept is that uncertainty is not a problem we can always solve before making a decision.
and
Okay?
it's temporary. Yeah.
Yeah, we often think that we need to know more before we can decide.
Hmm.
Okay, like we
Yeah.
often think like that. More
Yep.
information, yes. Uh, what more information, and then more reassurance, more
Hmm.
certainty about how things will turn out. Okay, but life itself rarely gives us that kind of guarantee. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then, so for me, better decision isn't about trying to predict the future perfectly. It's about getting clear enough to make a decision without needing certainty. So I usually start with a much simpler question. What do I actually know? That's a simple question that I want to start with, yeah? Separate what you know from what we're assuming, okay? Like
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
we're,
That's
yeah, what we're afraid might happen and what other people are telling we should happen. Okay, because uncertainty becomes much heavier when all those things get mixed together. And then I ask, what actually matters to me here? That's the second question. Because sometimes, like, we're struggling to make a decision. We're struggling because two things we value are in conflict, correct? And then maybe like this, security versus freedom. That's the one, the two things that we value that, and then suddenly it's conflict. Or like growth versus stability, so being there for someone versus protecting your own boundaries. That's like more
Mhm.
conflict. And then like once we know the trade-off we're actually making, the decision often become more clearer. Okay, and I think we also have a uh, get comfortable with the fact that
Right.
a good decision can still lead to an outcome we don't like. Okay, that's important.
Yeah.
We tend to judge our decision by what happened afterward, but we can make a thoughtful decision with the information we had the time and still get an expected result. Okay, that doesn't necessarily mean the decision was wrong. Sometimes better decision making is simply knowing. This is what I know. This is what I don't know. This is what matters to me. And given of all that, yeah, this is the choice I'm willing to make. Okay, this is not ideal probably, but yeah, this is what matters to me. And given all that, yeah, this is the choice I'm willing to make, whatever it is. Okay, and then we just move. Okay, because staying in decision can feel safe, but it has a cost too. Okay, not choosing is still a choice. Okay, right? And then
Oh yeah. Oh
so
yeah.
yeah. So I don't think the goal is to become certain before we act. The goal is become clear enough to act while uncertainty is still there. And sometimes clarity doesn't come before the decision. Sometimes it comes because we finally make one. That's that's for me.
Yeah. 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 Okay. Thank you. And next question, it's one of the most important questions. I would say, like, at least for me, very very
Mm-hmm.
important. It's about relationships, family, parenting
Mm-hmm.
in this distracted world.
Yes.
So you live in Jakarta, one of the busiest cities probably in the world. How do you build the quiet inside yourself, and raise resilient children in such a high pressure environment? How do you
Yeah.
stay quiet inside, and how do you, yeah, with children?
Yeah. Yeah, before I knew all of this, yeah, before I learned about the good life for years gitu, I think a good life is something that wait for us in the more quieter place. Okay, more like in the sideways, or then more like a cottage
Hmm. Hmm.
house, yeah, in the
Countryside, yeah.
village, yeah, countryside village, yeah, like more like
Yeah.
a sub cottage village like that. I often to think about it like before, yeah, before. But the more I learn, yeah, the more I try to dig deeper about a good life.
Hmm.
Indeed, it's not okay. It's not something that wait for you in the quieter place. No, we can still build a good life in the busiest city, like Jakarta,
Yeah.
Indonesia, or probably in New York, or probably in London, yeah, or probably in Mumbai, or probably in
Yeah.
Bangkok, Thailand. Okay, there's a busy city in the world. Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
because like once again, once we know the foundation of a good life. I will say this is a good life framework,
Hmm.
the framework that I find by myself, and because of the learning, this is of the learning of these years. This is the good foundation of the good life. Once we know this all kind of foundation, first is
Hmm.
self-respect, yeah, self-respect, knowing your worth, yeah, knowing your boundaries, yeah, something like that. And then also your purpose, yeah, something that I already told you before. Meaningful relationship, yeah, the one that we want to build a good life with. Okay, the one that person that we want to share our life with, the one that
Hmm.
person that we value them, yeah. And then the last one is the growth, continuous growth, yeah. Probably become more wiser, become more kinder, become more intentional to what
Yeah.
to the way we're living. Yeah, once this whole four foundation together, they strength enough, you can build a good life wherever you be. Okay, so
Right.
but you cannot choose only one to strengthen. You cannot choose only self-respect. No, you cannot choose only purpose to strengthen off. And then you cannot only choose meaningful relationship. No, you have to build all of four of this, this foundation. So by then you can build,
Mm-hmm.
when this four foundation is strong enough, no matter the circumstances is, no matter the city that you live in, no matter the situation you right now, you can still build a good life. It's not waiting for you to, it's not like, when it's not waiting for you to get success first. No, it's not waiting for you to have a happy marriage first. No, okay. It's not waiting for you to have a really remarkable achievement first. No, we can still build a good life when we already achieve this for foundation. So that is also happened with the raising the children. Yeah, with raising resilient children in this modern world, in this distract world. Okay, we can tell, we can only like give them, like safe space for them to growth. Yeah, we are not like saying to stay strong, you have to stay strong. No, but we have to make sure that we always be there for them, to know that they're loved, being loved, but also to make a great environment for them to grow. Okay, so whatever the obstacle come for them, the obstacle come for them, they will know how to,
Yeah.
how to maintain it. They know how to face it. Because
And probably
they
need to
know
be a good example for them, right?
yeah,
It's also important,
yes,
I
correct.
think.
Correct. Because like they will know uh their self-respect is not by only you doing your grade is good, to being loved. No,
Yeah.
that's also one of the example that how we can build resilient child is there's only from one aspect, self-respect. We can move into the other foundation like purpose, meaningful relationship, and also growth. Something like that. That's only one example that I want to give to you. So we cannot just say that you have to still stay strong, you have to still strong. No, but you
Right.
have to also create a environment that also grow, that also like make a space for them to grow. And
Mm-hmm.
then also in the same time they will know that whatever happen, they will have someone, that feels safe for them to always come back. Okay, and
Right.
then by that, they can continue their life no matter what the obstacle is. They can like facing it more certain, more firm, and more confident. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Good. Good. Yeah. And yeah, next question. Also, building a meaningful life requires saying no to people, to some opportunities. So, how we set firm boundaries to protect our family time and mental peace without feeling guilty? Yeah.
Yeah. So how we can like more sorry, what once again,
Yeah,
the essence of the
I
question.
mean, in order to have time with our family and have
Mm-hmm.
meaningful life, we sometimes, or maybe often, we need to say no, maybe to some
Mm-hmm.
people, to some opportunities. So,
Yes.
how to say no, but not feeling guilty about it?
Okay.
The,
Okay. This is the first foundation that really important for a good life. It's self-respect. This is
Mhm,
this
mhm.
is more like in the scope of self-respect, because
Right.
self-respect is more that knowing your worth. Okay, one, you
Mhm,
knowing your worth, and then you will make a boundaries of it. Of the
yeah.
and then you just like keeping your value. That's the self-respect. So when we sometimes in life we have sure we have to choose no. We have to choose no or yes to whatever it is, and so become it will like more align with our family or our
Mhm,
relationship. Because
yep.
because like this is important, because that boundaries itself is not a wall. It's
Mhm.
it's
Okay.
kind of guardian. garden of
Yeah.
yourself. Yes, it's not a wall to make a people or go farther than you, but more like a guardian for you to keep your
Hmm.
to protect your value, your intention, or your yeah, your more like your value. So that's important for me. Yeah, your how to keep it, your boundaries,
Yeah.
your decision, because if we are not like protect it, yeah, we like tend we tend to like going where the wind blows, you know. We like
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah, we like to going like what the people will love us to do. Okay, we tend to move by other expectation. In fact, that is not something we want truly
Hmm.
do at a time. Okay, there is
Right.
something not, yeah, because it's something like, I think I don't want to do this, but if I say no to this, what will they think about me? Something like
Yeah.
that, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is something that or like, but I feel people need me. Okay, but at the same time you feel like, but honestly, this is not what I want. Yeah, so it's important to know your value, your own worth before everything. Yeah,
Hmm.
before everything, you say something. Yeah, yes or no. You say yes or no. Yeah. So when the situation came in, you know how to choose. When you
Yeah.
say
Yeah.
yes, yeah, when you say yes, you consciously choose it, and then your heart, your mind, and your value is aligned, all is aligned. Okay,
Yep. Got it.
okay, and then when you choose no, the same. And then not doing like something. When you say yes, inside you will you have to you want to say no. No.
Hmm.
So when we already knows our value, our worth, yeah, our worth, and how to make these boundaries, it's easy. It's easy to
Exactly. Yeah.
answer to all the situation that needs our answer, our decision, our
Hmm.
choice. Yeah. So that's the important thing for me. Yes.
Yeah. Good. Good. Kirana, you emphasize that a good life it's isn't something we build, but something. Oh, sorry, not something we find, but
Yeah.
something we build through small choices.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, what are the subtle, small decisions people make every day that secretly shape their character? Like, what are those small, like step by step, and eventually we shape us into some certain
Okay.
character?
Okay. The only thing, the only person who knows what it is yourself. Okay.
Hmm.
Because it's not the same with one person and the other person. It's not the same.
Yeah.
So, but this is the underline. Yeah, this is the underline. Not every habit will lead to a good life. No, you have to
Mm,
choose
that's true.
yeah, because like habit, not everything is good, right? Probably there's
Yeah.
a habit that good also, but that is not like will eventually will make you becoming. Okay, becoming someone. Okay, so what the tiny daily habit that you choose is depend on yourself. You have to choose it by yourself. As for me, I start with a reading. Okay, and I don't know what's goes for you, Fadim. Yeah, probably I don't know. Probably with the others, like doing journaling. I don't know. Yeah, and then like the others probably listen to a podcast 1 hour a day. Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's
actually, I
it's
listen to
best.
podcasts,
Yeah,
read a book, go to the
yeah,
gym. Yeah.
yeah. So basically, yeah. So basically, it's returning to you, which just one daily habit that you feel that it's truly yours. You have to love it. Okay, you have to love it, and it will make a good impact for you in the future if you always do it every day. If you always like coming back to that habit daily, and then it will become your life that you build. Okay, because the what I believe, Vadim, this tiny daily habit, even though it looks tiny, yeah, for the first, yeah, but eventually it will compound. Okay, it will compound, and then
Right.
it eventually become your character. Okay, eventually, and it will become your character. After it became your character, it will become your destiny. So
Yeah.
what I mean with destiny is the life you are trying to build. It's
Hmm.
your future over there. Okay, even though you think that this is a tiny daily habit, what's the point with this? Okay, but you know, it's not how it works. Okay, we tend to think that a good life, yeah, has to build by a grand major transformation with
Exactly.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, you know, like a, yeah, more grand plan. Okay, probably grand plan.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, but I believe that is not how it works. Yeah, probably a major
Hmm.
transformation can also, yeah, in affect you, but the most effect it is like by doing small daily habits, small daily routine, or just simply uh, choose one tiny daily choice or one tiny daily decision every day of your life. Yeah, and by consciously, intentionally, and then by that, yeah, you can build a good life that you want.
Yeah. Good. Agreed. Yeah. And also a little bit about, again, about your book. I'm curious. Your book is structured into three main rooms. It's how we think, how we love, and how we use what we have, I guess. Yeah,
Yes, yes, yes,
the
correct.
three. So, if a reader could only take away one core habit from those rooms, what would you want it to be?
One quorum to this three parts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Still, I want to say this. The core theme of this is how to build a good life. Still,
Hmm.
that's my idea. Even though probably it's coming from personal essay, yeah, my personal stories. You will find so many personal stories in my book, yeah. But that's
Yeah.
how I keep my book feels more like not preachy. It's like a more
Hmm.
conversation with the honest friend, yang the one that vulnerable, but yeah, try to, yeah, I've been there, done that. Okay, something like that. But still, the main idea is how to build a good life. Okay,
Yeah.
probably self-respect, purpose, meaningful relation, and growth is like scattered in those chapters. Okay, in those chapters, but still, it's like the idea of a good life. Yeah, the intentional living that I want to the reader to understand, yeah, understand, or probably just a little bit aware about it. Yeah, just probably have a slow down for a while, or like invitation to a slow down for a while to the life that you live right now,
Hmm.
and then take a look at yourself, yeah, right now. This is the life that I live right now, is the life that I want, the life that I want to build. This is a good life. That's something like that. That's the main idea.
Yeah. 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 Sounds awesome. Yeah. And the last question for today, I want to ask you, Karana, if someone is watching, listening it right now, feels like they are living
Mm-hmm.
on autopilot, like what is the very
Mm-hmm.
first smallest step they could take today after
Mm-hmm.
turning off this podcast, and how to start? What is the initial step?
Okay. The problem with living an autopilot is we just only living the life that by default. Okay,
Hmm.
because we never check in to ourselves. We never check in. We just living the life by default. You know, like, yeah, because the, yeah, you know, by because the external factor outside ourselves, like expectation, distraction, you know, noise, yeah, something like that in this noisy world. But we forget to check in our our daily life into ourselves, yeah. And then the one thing that I want the listener to have is like simply pause for a while. Simply like that. Pause for a while before you choose something, before you decide something, yeah, before you want to answer something, just pause for a while. Make a space for yourself to listen, to listen what inside your heart, what inside your mind, instead of just answer it by default. Okay, because it feels like habit, because it feels like, yeah, the way I live my life of after all these years. Okay, but you have to simply pause for a while and then ask yourself, like, okay, this is the choice. What do I want to choose? How do I want to react? How do I want to decide? Okay, so by that, yeah, just but simply pause, you can choose your life intentionally. You can choose a tiny daily decision intentionally. You choosing it really, really conscious. You chose it
Yeah.
because you want to choose it. Okay,
Yeah.
simply by post. That's what I want to the listener to do. Yeah, where in this daily instead of living in autopilot, you just
Mhm.
only have simply post. Listen to yourself. That's the only practical point that
Only
I
part.
want
Oh
the
yeah.
listener. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
Yeah. Need to act.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Kirana, thank you very much for sharing your wisdom with us
Thank you so
today.
much.
And for
It's
everybody,
nice to
guys,
have. It's nice to be here, Vadim.
yeah.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much for
likewise.
this meaningful conversation.
Oh yeah, yeah. I love it. Love it. And
Thank you.
for everybody who's interested in uh, contact Kirana and buy her book, it's on cheersforagoodlife.com. The link will be in description, and Kirana's social media will be on in description below. And for now, it's the end of this episode. Everybody, take care. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Thanks for watching till the end. If you like it, please hit like and subscribe button. Leave us a comment. And also, if you want to contact Kirana, you can find her on cheersforgoodlife.com and buy her book. Thank you. And for now, everybody take care. Bye bye.